About 3 weeks ago, I found a tracker that my ex hid in my phone.
It sounds like it's inside. We found a little spy trying to track me.
Hi guys, my name is Nava. I'm glad that my last video was my intro video because so much has happened since then. We're living and we're learning, okay? Mind you, I'm already the most paranoid person ever, okay? I've dealt with some slimy people have come to my house. Like, I've just like I've done it before, and I hate it, and I live a peaceful life right now, and that's where I want to stay. He basically admits to like following me that night, like being at my house the night that I went to Maddie's house.
Were you outside of my house? Tell me now.
I was.
You know, like, that's so concerning, right?
I get it. You can do everything now on a Google search.
Tell me exactly what you did, dude. You're freaking me the fuck out.
I know exactly where she lives. Or he, whatever, if you want to keep saying it's a she.
Like, what? Why are you telling me that?
Why what?
Why are you telling me that?
Why am I telling you what?
That you know exactly where my friend lives. Like, that's freaky as hell.
Well, I think that doesn't... I'm being honest with you, like, okay, I know where she lives.
You walk into a house or something? Hell no, dude. You don't know who you're walking into. Your mom would have shot you dead on the spot.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't even know who the... Do not go to that address. Don't go to any address I was at.
Why specifically that address?
Because that's fucking weird, dude. She's younger than me. Like, leave her the fuck alone. Hell no.
I did not. You're right.
It crossed me on things that weren't real. Like, that was his thing. My therapist thinks that he has like undiagnosed BPD, like borderline personality disorder. I agree. He agrees. He admitted to following me, and some of the things he said in the past is just, it's scary. You know, like, it was so like, why? And then he's like, don't worry, I let you do your thing. I realized that like if you were going out with somebody, like I can't stop you every time, like da 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 da. Like, yeah, but what if you didn't feel that way? What if your emotions made you feel another way? And you, like, to say that you let me do my thing is so crazy. Getting a notification on my phone saying that there was a tracker following me, like an unidentified tracker following me, okay? When I first got the notification from Apple, I got it from like maybe like a couple weeks prior, right? Not like, definitely not like a month and a half. He later admits to it being in there for like about a month and a half, 2 months.
It's not my fucking car, idiot. Fucking dumbass.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So we're already broken up. We're already trying to separate. So like, and what were you gonna do? Anyways, when I got the notification on my phone, I kind of figured that it was just either a dash cam that I had just installed, or I just installed like this like screenplay thing that's like supposed to be for GPS, like show me the GPS so I don't have to have my phone up there. I kind of thought that it was just like that, like telling me that like it's unidentified. Like I said, I'm very paranoid and I try my best to just rationalize it, you know. Actually, I'm glad how I handled it. I'm glad that I didn't check when I got the notifications before, because I don't think I was like ready to do that. The next day when I went to work and came back, I got the same notification saying that there's an unidentified tracker following me. And I was like, okay, now that I know that he just followed me to my friend's house, like, I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna check. And like, I pressed the like play sound thing on my phone, and I hear a beep, and it's not the screen, and it's not the dash cam. Some of you are probably like, obviously. But it sounded like it was coming from the inside of the car, like, or like under, or like whatever. So I was very upset, obviously, for so many different reasons, and like I honestly don't even want to give that more of the time of day. You guys can like probably assume how I felt. I couldn't find it. I like could hear it really well, but I couldn't find it. He put it like, put it inside of the car, and it also weird because it's not even my car. It's my parents' car. So like, this is weird. Like, whatever. So I tell my mom, she comes home, we're looking for it. I'm like busted, like my elbows and knees are already like bleeding from being on the gravel. I know I could have done measures to protect myself more, but I was just angry. I was angry and I was looking for it, and I just felt so many coexisting feelings at once that I just wanted to throw up. I couldn't find it, and I was ready to rip up my car. I think I'm just gonna call him and ask him if we did this. And because it's her car, they'll rip up the car. They don't care. I drive the car. They don't need that car, you know? That's another reason why I was just like upset. Like, I call him, and some of you guys might like be like, why would you do that? But I just felt like he would tell me, and he did.
Did you put a tracker in my car?
And wanted to take it out.
He asked me if I wanted him to come out here and get it from the car, find it. And I was like, obviously, like, that sounds like a bad idea, but since I already had it on film of him admitting that he did it, I was just like, honestly, yeah, I'm already bleeding from my elbows and knees. Like, I don't know where you put it. Just come get it. Also, he lives in Long Beach, so that's just like a long drive. Like, it makes me feel better to be an inconvenience to people who have done me wrong. So I let him come out and get it, and he did. He got it, and then he did try to like crush it up or whatever, and I knew he was probably gonna do something like that.
Dude, stop. No. Give it to me. Give it to me in my hand. Anyways, we wish him all the help in the world, and we'll pray for him.
I had him like on recording and whatever. He gave it to me. And then I was thinking, I'm held down by this like invisible attachment or like loyalty that I have for this person. Yeah, he kind of just put me in a position where I can no longer like hold hope for that. And that's disappointing for me. That's like a separate heartbreak, I think. After I found out that my ex had put a tracker in my car, I've just been at home, honestly. Like, I know the activity on the tracker was
This is me going somewhere worth tracking.
I look good. Okay, on the street, and I got my.
It's like a full circle moment for me, I think. A lot of things are just coming, like, just a little weird how it happened, right? Because
this was my big wake-up call of like reminding myself that it was time to move on. So I posted this on my Snapchat. I am eternally grateful to say that I was very quickly reminded by the community around me that I am loved and valued. One of my pen pals reached out, invited me on his road trip from Boston to Miami. I've never been on the East Coast. Had to get my she got away moment.
I posted on Snapchat after this, like, we were no contact for like, I mean, still, like, that was the last time I saw him when he came out to take the tracker and bring me chilies. But like, after that, I hadn't seen him. So I posted on my Snapchat saying, someone please adopt me, or like, this is your sign to adopt me, right? I like kind of like a joke, but I don't know who wants to like talk. My friend Bowie responded. Bowie is, let me explain. Bowie, 5 years ago, me and my friends during COVID would go on live all the time. And we just had nothing else to do, so we would just go on live. Also, right when COVID started, I just ended my first relationship with my like
dating in high school. Then he went to boot camp, which I was like, ugh, I don't know how I feel about that. But like, he went there, came back, and then I think what happened, and I never got clarification, and I don't really want clarification, but my clarification was that he came back, didn't tell me, and my friend texted me saying like, hey, I just saw your boyfriend at this restaurant with your friends, like, is he home? And I was like, oh, I guess he's home. But there's been speculation ongoing in the beginning that he was getting with one of my best friends, the blonde girl, minor at the time. So I just exited that situation, and I literally was just like, I'm not talking to you guys again, and I quit my job that I worked with like all of them at Panera, whatever. And then a week later, COVID started. So I was in my mind like had a thing, and then specifically Marines, right?
And I was just like pissed. I was just like, whatever. There was a lot of Marines and military people, and just young, whatever, at the time, and running around, being hooligans, being menaces. So sometimes we would just need to like vent and tell somebody what was going on. Bowie would send us money for food sometimes, just because he would like be concerned, I think, of us running around. And we started becoming like some sort of pen pals, right? So it's just interesting because he knows like the most like insane parts of my life, because he was just like, you know, a stranger that I didn't really ever think that I would meet, and I would know his most insane parts of his life because same thing. And he made a bad joke one time and I blocked him for 2 years, right? And then I was so quick to block people. I was like good by myself at this time. And one of the things my therapist said, like, in this toxic relationship I was going through, was she was just like, wow, I can't believe that you're letting somebody talk to you that way or do that to you, because like usually you just like let people know off the bat like how to treat you, because you know that's the best, like the most helpful thing is to like let people know how to treat you before things continue. And I am usually like that, and I did do that, but like, you know what I mean, like if they did it again, like I would usually dip, but like I didn't leave. And so I called, just unblocked him, and after she said that to me, but he was just like, I was not expecting this call, he was at a bar, whatever. I called him for the first time after 2 years, and I just was like, can you just remind me, like, I don't know, just like how I was before. It was nothing romantic, nothing like that. It was just like friend advice, you know? And he honestly was just like, not you. Like, it cannot be you. That like is gonna be slowed down by a man that's trying to control them. Like, please. Like, he does never even let me, but he was just like, you have so much going for you. Like, he really believed in me, so that made me feel good. And then, yeah, a couple months later, found the tracker, whatever, posted on Snapchat on public story, like, somebody please adopt me, or you're assigned to adopt me, or something like that. You know when you post on your Snapchat public story, anyone can reply, but then, yeah, I realized I still had him blocked on Snapchat, whatever. He responded like, you look like you're thriving, or thriving as always, or something like that. And then I responded to him like, no, you have no idea how sad I am. Then I unblocked him. I call him, we talk, or he's like not in the military anymore, but he's making like solar panels, right? They send him out to different places in the country, stay at an Airbnb or hotel or whatever. They go do their job, and then they'll like get moved to a new project, right? Somewhere else. So he's floating between Boston and Florida, 2 places I've never been to. I've only really hit Oregon, California, and Mexico, because that's where my family's from. But, and like Vegas. But, and then we're just talking about like life and whatever, and I tell him about the tracker, and then he tells me that next week he has to drive his car from Boston to Florida, time off, and he wants to go back to his friends in Florida, so whatever. And I was like, wait, I've never been to any part of the East Coast, like, maybe I should go. Anyway, it kind of just manifested like that. Like, Bowie was just like, if you would ever, I would fly you out in a heartbeat. Like, I've never flown across the country with myself, so that was really a scary thing to say yes to. Mind you, it's something that my ex has always tried to get me to do, is like go to Florida with him, or like go across the country. And I did not feel safe doing that with him. Interesting, but yes, we had never met before. Yes, I let him fly me out for the first time across the country. But I felt okay about it. I just felt like it was gonna work out, you know, and I prayed, and kind of crazy, but it did. Only like a once in a lifetime kind of experience. He was such a doll and so sweet, and I'm forever grateful for him, to have him in my life and as a friend. He was very sweet to remind me who I am. Like, he spoiled me the whole time. I really didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna be like a kind of just like a, we're doing the road trip thing, but like doing it road trip vibe, you know, kind of just seeing whatever we see. I wasn't planning on doing anything like specific, but he took me to all my top places that I would want to see on the East Coast. I flew into Boston, Massachusetts, which is just so funny. We did not do Nantucket, but that's okay, because I really wanted to hit New York. We did 24 hours in New York. We did the Outer Banks. We did Tennessee to see my friend Emily that just moved, and then we did Orlando, and then I even extended my trip to see Miami for a night, and then I flew out back from Orlando. Bowie would spoil me, and then he would be like, obviously, do like you and like to meet you and stuff. I just want to be here as a friend for you. I have a hard time accepting things sometimes, but I also like don't sometimes. I think when I get spoiled over what I think I even want, it's like mind-boggling. I remember the first day he took me to the Disney store, let me buy whatever I wanted, and then we got back to our town and just, good job, you stayed on your budget, so now tomorrow we have more. I've never been more offended in my life, honestly. As like a girl shopper or finesser, like that is the most offensive thing. But we had such a good time, and I just really do think that I quantum jumped a little bit, you know, like I think this trip was so random, so needed, so lovely, I vlogged every day, so I'm gonna be putting out those vlogs, and this will kind of be like the intro to that. So yeah, I did an entire East Coast trip, road trip with Bowie. Lasted 9 days. I cannot believe that I was in a car for 36 hours. Okay, I've never been in a car longer than 6, so it was quite the trip, but I think I did pretty well. Yeah, I'm so eternally grateful, and the trip was amazing, so I'm excited for you guys to see it.